You're at Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
15 games into the season, you're the starting fucking point guard.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you play. How long did you stay there?
I was there for a year.
Okay, and that experience was
incredible.
Okay, and then why did you leave? Like, did you get? They didn't resign you?
Well, that was the years before LeBron got there.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in Cleveland, he was a senior in high school. LeBron.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know or paid attention, but they cleaned house for LeBron James.
Mm.
They even switched the arenas. They gutted it out, gave it a new name, put new seats. Like it became a whole new arena.
Did Dan Gilbert own it back then too? When you were there?
I don't remember.
Did you ever meet the owner at the time? You know
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But I just, it's so 2002 is so long ago.
Yeah. I remember seeing like a video of like Ricky Davis and a bunch of other people commenting on LeBron coming.
Yeah.
Some people, I think you said something good, but I think some people were like, "This guy think he's gonna come from high school and we'll see. We'll give him some time." Like, why do you think people didn't believe in high school stars at that time?
It's not that they didn't believe it, but they, you got to remember, this is guys' livelihoods. This is how we, get paid to, feed our families. We're not going to say that somebody else coming behind us is going to come in and, potentially take our spot. What sense would that make?
Yeah.
I'm the small forward of the Cleveland Cavaliers, but this guy is still in high school. I'm going to say, oh yeah, he could definitely come in and take my spot. No, I would have been just like, Darius. I'm not gonna name
Darius Miles.
I'm not gonna name any names.
Come on, man.
I'm not gonna name any names. But of course, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, this guy.
Where is Darius Miles now?
I don't know.
He's a LeBron's weed carrier. Now I'm only playing. I don't say that about somebody.
Stop.
But you even think about people who came out of high school later on. You think about like people like, Sebastian Telfair and Lance Stevenson, even Kenny Anderson. These guys that were almost larger than life coming out of high school. So it's like there's a business for that. Yeah. Is college fully needed?
Yes.
Why?
For some guys.
Why?
Because some guys need that structure, that tutelage, that fine tuning. That's what college does. It gives everybody in high school is raw. We're raw talents in high school. There's no real, coaching being done in the high school. It's just more babysitting in high school, when it comes to the coaches. And, you put all these talented guys together and then you just throw them out there, you give them a game plan and hope that they run the plays. But in college it's more, okay, now we have a system. Now we're going to teach you the proper techniques on how to, shoot a jump hook, how to, do a drop step, how to, pivot this way, how to pivot that way, triple threat. So that's where you learn those basic fundamentals, that you do in games. A lot of guys are talented in high school but lack the fundamentals, and that in college that's where you get it. And prime example, look at Kwame Brown. Raw talent, didn't have the fundamentals. And that's, and I'm not saying that to knock him. I'm just, he went straight out of high school. Kevin Garnett, great talent, but he's not Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan got the fundamentals. Kevin Garnett's a great player. I love Kevin Garnett in my adult basketball career is my favorite player because he brings so much to the table, not just scoring, but he blocks shots, he plays defense, he motivates his guys to be better. He doesn't back down from nobody. He does everything, gets assists. Everything. He all across the board. You see Kevin Garnett all across the board. He gets his numbers, not just in the scoring category. But when you think of Kevin Garnett, you think of how talented he was, and how raw he was, and how gifted he was. But when you think of Tim Duncan, you think of oh yeah, he had that. He was fundamental. He had that footwork. He had that turnaround backboard shot. He had all. It's two totally different talents.
Yeah.
Two totally different games. And not knocking Kevin Garnett again.
Sure. I'm not saying that. We're not trying to knock anybody. We're just keeping it real.
Yeah.